going to live your life. Many of you will still go to universities. Okay? For many of you, you still have like up to 6 or 8 years of schooling. That's a long time. Are we together? Now, if just take whatever you've been given now to heart and commit some time to it. If you are in senior secondary, maybe in the next 6 years or 8 years, you are a graduate and you have been doing one thing for 6 years, you will not look for a job. Because at that time, you likely have 1 or 2 persons already paying. Because so that we must carry it from generation to generation. A school, it is not an educational institution. A school is not a university. A school is a school. Wherever you are learning from or learning something, that is a school. If you are learning in Alaba Market, you are in school. If you are learning in Oshodi, you are in school. If you are learning fashion design from someone who is very good at it and do very quality clothes and sell at a very reasonable price and is making money, you are in a school. You are not an illiterate. You know, what many of the things I'm going to be saying might be difficult for you to understand, but you need to understand it. Or might be strange. And illiterate, it's not. Let's stop destroying the next generation like many of us will destroy. Many of them never do well who are adults today. They destroy because of wrong cultures and wrong things we were told. An illiterate is not someone who did not go to university. Someone who is an adult and unemployed and has no skill, that's illiterate. If you sell a Ladipo, you are not an illiterate to school. The time has passed where because you went to a particular university, you call someone who finished secondary school and a successful businessman an illiterate. You are illiterate. Because if you do not understand, anything you do not understand is bigger than you. An educated person is not someone who went to university. Education is not by location or name. The word education is to learn something. Something. Even if your grandmother teach you Igbo very well and you become good at it, you are educated. Even if that is the only thing you know how to speak. You do not need to learn how to speak English to be educated. Knowing how to speak English does not make you to be educated or illiterate. To read and write English does not make you a literate person. And not knowing how to read and write English does not make you an illiterate. Hello?
Hi.
English is just a language to your feet. Have you noticed that the whole world is learning Mandarin as its own language now? Because we were taught the wrong things, we place values on what is not valuable. There's no value in English. English is not a better language than Yoruba. It's not a better language than Igbo. It's not better than Isoko. Knowing how to speak Isoko does not make you intelligent. The same way knowing how to speak speak English makes you what? Intelligent. If your child does not pass Yoruba but has A1 in English, the child is not intelligent. The house is quiet. If your child gets A1 in English in that private school you are attending, and doesn't know how to speak Igbo where you are from, that child is not intelligent. You need to change school. Because there is no value. You are teaching your child the wrong thing. There is no value in your child knowing how to speak English but cannot speak Igbo. There's no value. He's getting the wrong education. Because his strength, anytime, any day, when he lives in your house, will not be in spoken English. His strength will never be in English. His strength or her strength will be in his native tongue. There is no value in being good at watching your neighbor's farm while your own runs away. The children what they need to hear, them to grow and to change their lives. We are in Nigeria with over 500 different languages, but our only pride is that our children can speak Queen's English. The Queen is dead. Your pride should be that your child can speak 10 Nigerian languages. That's what your pride should be. And they can't speak it, they are failing in school already. They will not need Queen's English to navigate successfully in Nigeria. They will need to understand Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, maybe a little bit of other languages. That is what will save them. That's how they will become better. That's how they will be leaders of this country. That's how they'll be leaders of tomorrow. They are not going to lead England. They will lead Nigeria. We must create leaders that will lead us. This language you are teaching them, that you are taking pride in, the owners will never recognize them. When they want to go to university, they will be asked to write English competency tests after speaking English since they are born. Having A1 in YA. You know what that tells you? Because nobody will recognize you in what doesn't belong to you. But he will be respected more than you, who will speak English and people laugh at you because you have an accent. They say you are not speaking it well. How will you speak well? It's not your mother's tongue. But you know, can you speak Igbo with an accent? No. Can you speak Igbo with an accent? Any accent you use, that's the accent. Yes, sir. We live at a time where, especially with the parents of this generation, we are trying to be the worst of the parents. We quickly demonize what we have and who we are in exchange for slavery. Our forefathers never wanted to leave Africa. They were proud of who they are. They may not have mansions, but they have huts. There was love. There was unity. There was dignity of labor. They had peace. They had prosperity. They were happy. They never wanted to leave Africa. Not even with the offer of big ships. They never seen ships before. They had to be bundled. And many of them fought with their life. Many of them died on the ship rather than set foot on the foreign soil. In the face of death, they choose death than to go to where they do not know. But you know, humans are terrible at learning that from history. But in this generation, we, the children of these people, have said, told our children that slavery is better than freedom. And we are spending heavy, selling your assets so that your children can be slaves in the foreign land. No country is favorable. If you think Nigeria is not favorable, you are not traveled. If you are well traveled, you will understand that true. You see, Jackma is the read definition that all that glitters is gold. Nigeria is not favorable to who? But I tell you one thing. Overseas will not favor you as an African. It's just an illusion. It is as if you are succeeding, that you are doing well. Don't worry. The system has been designed to work against you as a black man. When the time comes, you understand. But you see this system that's not favorable, we own it. It's our own. And once you are on the path of understand that this is our own and I can make it whatever I want to, you find that winning here is easy. And when you win here, you truly win. The East is not a terrorist state. Nothing is happening there. Take it from a man who travels to all those that people are abandoned and they go there. All those that are forest, even though they call it good forest, are turned to estate. Maybe it's not there. Because it is the white man that told you you have the good forest. What does he have? Or you think it's only Africa that has gods? Because the white man has made you think that anything bad is from Africa. We have Amadioha in the East. They have Zeus in Greece. Is there any country that doesn't have a god? They have their gods, they have demons. A demon is not a black man. A color is not black. The color is white. Aside from God Almighty, every community, village, they have their idol. Hello? The people who were called pagans in the Bible, they were not Africans. They were white people. Or don't you read your Bible? Who were the pagans? Are they Nigerians? And let me pause a moment. Our forefathers were not pagans. They worship God Almighty. If you are Igbo, you know that your forefathers were worshiping Chukwu, Almighty God. It is the white man that did not want to understand you. I want to trade away what you have that says that the language doesn't understand is idol worship. But we have Christianity that has made it easy. At least we know what we are worshiping now. Is that correct? You see, no country can grow when its people does not value the country or who they are and what they have. That's why all over the world, it's only Africans that are not respected. Because nobody will respect you if you do not respect yourself. If you keep trying to be like someone else, to be who you are not, to be someone else, you will always be fake. But if you try to be yourself, you will stand out. And people will start coming towards you because they can see that you are different, that you stand out. And we must teach the children to stand where they are. Where they are is better. Whether you are Edo or your parents are from Lagos or they are Igbos, there's no shame in being that. You should be proud of it. Speak the language. Learn it. It will not spoil your English. Pidgin is our own way of expressing ourselves in English. It not going to spoil your Pekin English. There is no gain in the English itself. Whether they spoil. Say Pidgin will spoil. Don't talk to the trans. Pidgin will spoil your English. What is the use of the English? They'll communicate to who? And with who? No, that's wrong. They don't need that. The reason why there's a lot of problem in this country is because we are being spoken to, attended to, and schooled in a language we do not understand. That's why there's a problem. That's why you see those your politicians, they sign what they don't know. They don't know, they can't understand those things. Imagine if a contract with the US was written in Yoruba and Tinubu is our president. Can he make mistake? No. He will scrutinize it. He will even use adage. He will say that no, this adage they say here, he has been for 20 years. But it's written in English. No Nigerian, not even your president, is a master of English. If they want to confuse you, they use grammars that you will not understand. Just call a lawyer to write something for you. You understand how useless the language that's why your mother tongue is. The reason why many of the children don't do well in school is because they are being taught in a language they do not understand. A secondary language. English is our secondary language. For some school of thought is not saying that English is even the third language in Nigeria. First is your mother tongue, then pidgin before English. How well can you do in a language that is even number 3 in your tongue? Imagine if your children are being taught mathematics in Igbo. Do you think algebra will be hard for them? If simultaneous equation is translated into Igbo, say yenka, will they fail? No. They cannot. Nobody need to cheat. It's being taught. They are being taught in the wrong language. Our children. Imagine that chemistry is being taught in Yoruba to Yoruba children and in Igbo to Igbo children. All our children will be scientists. There's nothing difficult there. It's just a language. The school that the children are attending, nothing is difficult in the school, but they are being taught in the wrong language. What is protons and neutrons? They don't understand the big grammar. What if it's translated to Yoruba? And you can show them an example of what a proton is. Do you think the child will need expo to pass his exam? No. But you know, we can't change everything at this level, but we'll get there. But from your individual homes and your small circles, we must be to value what truly is valuable. And stop placing value on things that are not valuable. We have spoken the English we don't understand for almost 100 years. There's no good I've done before. Because we have thrown away what we have. And adopted what we don't have and we never have. I know the irony. I'm a little well traveled. I know the irony of it. Even this English you are trying itself, even the owner don't understand it. If you go to one side of the UK, the English is different. Go to Ireland, it's different. Go to this one, it's different. But even within them, they're saying this one don't know how to speak. And that's what, so which one exactly are you learning? This one you are proud of, which one is it? Is it Irish own or London or which one? But you know, today we are talking about entrepreneurship. I know why I started like this. Because one work we must do deliberately is to begin to place value on Nigeria. Nigeria will never be better than it is if we continue to demonize Nigeria. Nigeria is not the best country in the world. It doesn't need to be. Hello? Nigeria does not need to be the best country in the world to be a good country. Good countries are not because of a third road and 24 hours light. That's what makes a good country. It is the people in the country that makes a good country. So we need to begin to change our mindset. How we think about Nigeria. how we see Nigeria, and how we process things that happen in Nigeria. There is no country that doesn't have problem. Don't deceive yourself. Especially at this age and time. I'm not so old, but I still remember a time where Nigeria was like paradise. When I was younger, in this Lagos, we used to joke that in fact that time when terrorist activities around the world started, we used to joke that a Nigeria can never be a terrorist though, because no Nigerian want to die. But it has changed now, is that correct? But that was not even up to 40 years ago. And nothing will happen. I would say that. But compare the time I've just talked about and now, you will notice that the problem of things that have changed is not only unique to Nigeria. In America, in some states, on an average, every month, if those who kill themselves with gun reduce to less than 20,000, they celebrate. Who kills? Reduce to less than 20,000. 20,000 human beings. They celebrate as gun violence. News it on radio. CNN. Gospel, safety, very nice place. Nobody is disturbing anybody. In Nigeria, we don't have that number of those who are dying. But what do you see? What do Nigerians promote? I remember actually kids not cut off for unknown gunmen. Because we are trying to be who we are not, we are fake. We choose to demonize ourselves. Act as if it's only worse here. No, it's not. There's problem. We don't like it. There's insecurity. Nobody likes it. But even in the midst of all of these things, those are not the only things that are happening in Nigeria. Is it correct?
Yeah.
You know, some people do not believe that this kind of conference can hold in Nigeria. See, in Nigeria, when they are killing people, you cannot come out of your house again. Well, that's what some of you tell them. Are we together? Is that this is truly the only country that is your own. So demonizing it, destroying it, is yourself you are doing. But by the time you go out there, you will know that true, the only place you have where you can do yanga and make mouth and fight with policeman is in Nigeria. As soon as you step out here, you will know that you do not belong to anywhere else but Nigeria. If you like, throw your Nigerian passport away and carry Canadian passport. One day, you will understand that true, the only country you have is Nigeria. That's the only way you can be proud of. That's the only way you can make fun. That's the only way you can come. If somebody insults you, insult them back. And nothing will happen to you. And one way we can do that is to focus on entrepreneurship. Is to be to teach young ones the value of being very skillful, of applying their skills early in life. And that all of us, no matter our age, can begin to apply ourselves to being productive. Because those countries you are envying, that's what they have done. That's why some countries will have shortage of those who will work. It's got many people at work. Entrepreneurs, it's entrepreneurs that create jobs. Are we together? If people don't open new businesses, if people don't take on entrepreneurial ventures, there won't be places for people who go to school to work. So we need to start creating businesses. We need to leave what they have taught us that they didn't help us. We need to stop teaching our children those things. Go to school, so they can go and work. When do you want them to work? Work where? No, they don't need to go and work. They shouldn't work. They need to go to school, learn valuable skills, so that they can come out and become business business owners, become innovators, open new frontiers, open new services, and make life better for themselves and everyone else. You never chop, you won't do zoology. The animal chop. Then the country will chop animal. In some part of the world, you don't eat animal. Some of you have traveled. That's why the tortoise is crossing the road, everybody will park. You wait until the tortoise cross. You will see antelope jumping up and down. If you touch it, you know the animal life is more important than human life. You will go to jail. In this country, every animal has a person. And you go and read zoology in a country where they eat animal. And the human beings inside the country have not eaten. These are times when, if you train the children well from this young age, by the time they turn to the time they want to go to school, they will identify skills that they can learn in the university. They can go and study fashion. They can study digital marketing. They can study computer science. They can study AI technology, because that is where the future lies. They will study things that are relevant. So at this young age, they already have a skill they have developed. By the time they back into a certificate, they will come out better as human beings. They can speak wherever they are because they have a certification and they have the skill. Those who go to school and do what? They will go and study business education. Or veterinary science. Whose dog? In this same Lagos, we have more Calabas than Yoruba. Hey, chop dog. If you understand where the world is going, as a parent, you can direct your children well, so that when they come out, they will be useful to themselves and to you who sponsor them. If a child decided to go to university, the child is not a failure. If at this age you have groomed them and they already have a skill, and the child has learned coding at this age and has passed for 8 years and is now doing online business for top companies and earning in 6 figures, he doesn't need to go to university. Don't push the child to the wrong places. Instead, take certification, online courses, so that you get accreditation, local accreditation, and you are an expert in your field. Now, money they want, not be paper. Any place where you go, now work, you go learn. Person will go university, go learn work. Person will get Ladipo, he go learn work. The one in Alaba is learning work. All of them are the same. He's an expert in training. He's educated. He's literate. He's not a fool. The person that goes to university is not better than he or she. You know, I've been in this job for a while, and because as a marketer I go to different places, I've seen a lot of people that it is the business they do on the line they find themselves actually helping them. I did a little analysis. There are over 1 million people every day inside that trade fair market. Some of them, they don't know any other part of Lagos. From wherever they come from, that's where they landed, that's where they live, that's all they know. What they know, Harvard cannot teach you. I hope you know Harvard, they came there to come and learn and take the model and charging people thousands of dollars to study what those who didn't go to school, the people you call illiterate, what they have been doing since ages. So that you know that it's not university that make you literate. The first professor who taught him, we should both focus on helping our children to be productive from a very young age. Let them understand business. If you have a business that you do as a parent and the business is good, start teaching your children. You know they miss school one day because they follow you to market. Then go to school. There's no African business or Nigerian business that has lasted for 200 years. Not even one. In fact, none has lasted 100 years. Because we don't know how to teach. Like chasing what no concern us. Like chasing fake things. You have a business that sustains you and you start teaching your children from day one. Let them get involved. Let them master the business. Get a few young ones and teach them whatever you know. Are we together? So that when you are gone, they can continue in that business. Because they are now becoming many. Anywhere you go to now, even when Nigerians cannot rent house, you see Chinese people renting out and living there. You are sending your children about to secure your future. And Chinese people are sending their own children here to secure. So if you sell this country to Chinese and Asians and Indians, and you secure your children's future in Canada, how will they now come back to what you own? They will now become slaves abroad. Those monies that you are wasting to pay 20 million, 50 million school fees because you want Canada admission. Tell that child to look for a skill and sponsor him with that money. One term school fees is enough to make him someone that even Canada will recognize him. The Nigerian musicians of this generation is a good example of the fact that if you commit to doing something indigenous and in your own natural way, you will get worldwide recognition and you still make money. Nigerian musicians didn't need to go and copy American music in order to be popular or to be accepted in the whole world. They didn't speak Queen's English. It's not Queen's English that got Afrobeat to become the music that the whole world is singing today. They choose to be original. It's pidgin and local language. And because they choose to be original, the whole world embraces it. Have you seen how the whole world now sing only Nigerian music? Have you seen where no matter the language they used to sing it, you see foreigners and people from all over the world singing it? Because it's original. It's originality that pays. That's what works. Because you can't be like someone else. Do you know why no Nigerian movie have won the Academy Award? They are doing a movie in English. English learners are speaking. So since you do a movie in English, when they want to do Academy Award, they will now pay you with American movies. It will not be, you will not be the category of English speaking movies. You better pass them. The one that Nigeria, that you will shoot gun in Nigeria, and you will not see the gun as it's coming. Even the person who wants to die will see the gun. And the one that Americans will use, I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. Nigerian musicians are all over the world taking charge today because they choose to be what? African to the core. Only big event. But these days, if they want to do anything anywhere in the world, who do they invite? Nigerian musicians. Teach your children the right things. And if your child say, I want to be Davido, he don't fail, now better begin. Go and buy guitar. Don't give him book. Buy guitar for him. Buy piano. Quickly find a music teacher that will possible. He doesn't need to be a graduate to be successful in life. So you need to change school. As soon as he likes football, you need to change school for him. There are so many secondary schools that have what? Football academy. Go out for football and put him there. So I can hold his skill. Entrepreneurship. The only way forward is entrepreneurship. Because there will be lesser and lesser jobs. But if you're able to create something for yourself, you will always be useful, not just to yourself, but to society at large. Imagine all of the things we're enjoying now. Even right now, in Nigeria. I remember a few years ago, anything you want to buy, you have to go to the shop. Is it like that anymore? No. No, people have created apps where you can order for anything you like. Do you notice that it was some international companies that came before Jumia and Konga and Gigi, which are local? But do you notice that even in Ladipo today, instead of coming from Lekki, you can order for the parts and they'll send it to you. That no matter the shop, even if you shop at Anko, instead of coming down there, you can order it and to deliver. As the technology grows in this world and use of it becomes more, there are more things that need to be provided for convenience. What am I talking about? The scope of entrepreneurship can only get larger. And if we want Nigeria to grow like other countries, we must focus on what? On entrepreneurship. On doing something. You have to do something. So what's the impact? As you may have heard, what's the impact of entrepreneurship? Every economy, no matter where they are, even in Nigeria, is solely based on entrepreneurship. No country makes money when they don't have an entrepreneur. Go to some states in Nigeria, you understand what I'm talking about. Why is Lagos State making so much money? A lot of businesses are here. Is that correct? Yeah, that the business give them money. The business are more important than an individual. No government will choose a graduate who don't get work over a businessman. Even if you're just shop owner, that shop owner will feed the government. The graduate doesn't have jobs and liability to himself and society at large. You go to some northern states, you understand that it's entrepreneurship feeds the government. Because with entrepreneurship, the government generates more revenue from taxes. Many of us in Lagos say, you know how many taxes you pay? Multiple taxation. Everybody's collecting tax from you. You know why? You know, when I started my business in 2008, with my wife, I was so angry. Just opening an office space. I was still working in the bank, but when I opened the business. But today, local government will come. Tomorrow, the state government. Tomorrow, they bring another sticker. Next tomorrow, they bring this other one. We will soon use our capital to pay taxes. But at a point, I stopped complaining. And I told my wife, do you know why we are paying all these things? Because we get what we do. Who don't get what they do in the papers? You have to start changing the way you think. Not everything is bad. Some things in this world, don't fight it. It's not bad. If they are coming to your shop to collect tax, just say, God, I thank you. Say, I do it. I get shop. Now who gets shop? There are a lot of good things about this country. You need to open your eyes and see. In this country, is the easiest place in the world to become a millionaire from nothing. In some part of the world, when you are poor, you are poor. Now you are government ticket to survive, but your children will get a government ticket from you. In this country, you can be under the bridge yesterday, and tomorrow you can be living in the Eco Atlantic, and nobody will bother. In fact, people will say, I want to tap in. Instead of worrying, how did he get there? Then I want to tap. Are we together? There's nothing wrong. Because for every country, the only thing the country needs to be a good place to live and invest is population. Human beings. And for some reasons best known to God, God has blessed us with all of you. As one of the most populous countries in the world, you cannot complain about Nigeria. Because what the only thing it takes to make money is what God has given us. It's not fuel, it's not crude oil. What God gave us that will enable anybody, no matter who you are, to succeed in Nigeria, is people. Over 200 million. Because it's not by natural resources, it's by people. Once you have people, you have everything. If you have oil in your country and you pay just 10 million, who won't buy them? Yesterday I was reading something, and they say that Nigeria consumes over 5 million liters of fuel every day on a daily basis. If you add Ghana, Togo, Benin, Ivory Coast, they don't do half of that. Do you know what that means? That if you choose to just be productive, whatever you choose to sell or do, you have people who will buy already made market. That's why it's easy to succeed here. Whether be it real estate or anything you want to do, just commit to doing something. That I will do this thing. I like it. I want to do it. It will pay my bill. You will succeed because you have people who will buy from you. They will not leave you and buy somewhere else, no? They will buy from you. So when you have a country like that, that people out there are seeing, and they are sending their children, their companies down here, and you tell your children that Nigeria doesn't have future, that their future is inside the ice block. That their future is inside where? Ice block, minus 10 degrees. Because of price. I used to think before that day that every foreigner in Nigeria here, maybe it's a company that brought them. That's why I discovered that some, as soon as they graduate, they are coming straight to Africa. I was surprised that, you know where I apply company cheap as Nigeria. Most of the French, the first the French graduate from Hong Kong, from China. Where do they want to? Opportunities are so much in Nigeria that going out of Nigeria to anywhere is like full handicap. Almost all sectors of Nigerian economy, no competition. Not only one person they do the thing. All of us are dealing with one person. So when you say Dangote, you don't really do. That's why Dangote is doing it. You don't want to. You want to Ojaka. Almost all sectors. One person is only operating one company. And when there's monopoly, what you have is serious price increase. I'm not going to use this slide. Serious price increase. But when people, 2 weeks ago, you know that whether you like Dangote or you don't like Dangote, or whether you think that there's a deal between him and the government and there's no deal, we just crossed another milestone. And I told them, watch it, that before the end of 2025, all the Nigerian-owned refinery, all of a sudden, will start working. They have not worked for over 45 years. Every day is breaking down without producing, breaking down. Did you hear yesterday now that Port Harcourt refinery is working? After 45 years, all of it. And I told them, nothing has ever been wrong with any refinery in Nigeria. Nothing. They are not repairing it. It's not spoiled. It can actually produce, but no competition. And the government is more interested in buying dollar, because buying dollar feeds some people when you import fuel. But as soon as a private sector is producing fuel in Nigeria here, all of a sudden, to buy petrol will become an uninteresting business. Or did you know read recently now that the government has now issued a lot of licenses to people to do refinery everywhere in Nigeria? They even issued to foreign companies. In fact, they just said one must be built in the north. You know what that means? That whether you like it, if you like it, you want it or not, in the next 5 years, no fuel will be imported to this country. And what that does is that with competition, things will start within your world. And as long as Nigerian economy is a petrol economy, so petrol determines the price of everything. When this price starts going down, a lot of things will be a little more stable. You need to take out the goods in Nigeria. Good things happen here. Don't be clouded with bad news and fake news. It's not only here in Nigeria, people die. People die everywhere. Good things are happening. And we will have petrol stability. And we are not importing or buying dollars in millions because we want to import fuel. It doesn't let them steal the money. But by the time we reduce our reliance on dollar, even naira will be a little more stable. Because buying dollar to pay for imported fuel and using dollar to pay the international oil companies who we are subsidizing fuel for is one of the major reasons why the naira can never. But what happens if in the next 5 years, all your crude oil, you are selling it to local refineries in naira? They produce it in naira and sell in what? In naira. It will reduce the amount of dollar your CBN buys every year. Who is in charge? No. That's why many of you, when there's election, you kill yourself for these things. It's not by who is president. Some of your presidents, even their wife, don't even marry or finish. Somebody who cannot even send a wife message. What do you want him to do for you? He's not my president. Because in reality, the economy of the country you live in necessarily does not determine your own economy. But your personal economy is more important than the economy of what? Of the country. Because it does not necessarily directly impact on you, especially when it comes to wealth creation as an individual. If the country is booming and money is flowing, will it flow into your pocket? It will not. Now who also? Now you will collect. Are we together? The same thing. Even if the economy is bad, it does not mean that your own economy will be bad. If you are doing the right things, if you have found a viable business, a skill that you are good at, you will always make money. That's why even in war-torn countries, there are billionaires there. Ukraine has been fighting over Russia. Do you know that last year, when there was grain crisis, Ukraine dashed Nigeria? So imported dash us grain. We are not fighting for. Country they fight the troop bomb. Say the country hockey Nigerians so make we dash them. It's not the economy. It's about you. It's about you. Everything's about you. Nobody owes you anything other than who? Than you. Nigeria is not your problem. That's never been, and it will never be. Nigeria does not know you. Kill. Try to do something, even if it's a small shop. But the problem I see with entrepreneurship in Nigeria is that many of us have lived one way, a life of entitlement, a life of making demand, not only mouth to get, no action. Some of you like to make demand. Actually, I have a lot of men are here. So they tell you how to go shopping. Tomorrow you always open shop. People they rent shop like say that competition. Because your fellow men are renting shop, which was selling. It's not by renting shop. You don't know what you want to do. Today you want to rent shop. If the man no agree, you go to fight him. Everybody go here. He don't want to support you. They will give you money to rent shop. 3 months later, you say, I need money to stock my shop. They want me to stock for it. You're always stocking shop. Anytime you stock shop, you need money. But there's something inside the shop. So what you stocked before, what happened to it? Is it disappearing at? That's how to do business. Because in truth, businesses started with money does not last and grow. It does not grow, it doesn't last. Because when it comes to entrepreneurship, you don't need money to start a business. They say, go and write businessman, you are writing 10 million. So if you have 10 million for the time, will give you business. The person that started the business, when you beg that money, did you use 10 million to start? We had a group of people, very mature graduates, gathered them together. We thought, okay, fine, write a business proposal. So let's see who knows what he wants to do, let's support you. One of them, some of them were writing, nobody wrote below 25 million to start the business. None of that. If after today, all of you don't change your mindset in this country, you will get money. So you need 25 million to start a business. How much you want to make? Do you know the danger of having money when you don't actually have the expertise or how to keep it or use it? Give them that 25 million, first go to a banker. Somebody wants to to do business, you will buy the whole bike, a bad liability. So because you know now, I'm a brother, so they drive motor. Drive motor when you know what for. If he's not buying car, he will not change his apartment from mini flat to 2 bedroom, from business money. Because entrepreneurship does not require capital. Entrepreneurship does not require what? Capital. Because what the vision needs is about you, your vision, and your personal dedication. You see that suffer where you go first suffer, then they teach you every other way where London business will teach you. All those ways you could learn from London Business School, that initial suffer will teach you all of them. Different. I know his story off head as I did like this. All aspects, even though if you don't remember, I feel remind now. Because I've had the story several times, so when do they remember? Anytime we are training and he's there, talk about his story. If you don't know, they fall out the thought of my mind. So if you feel like, no, you don't forget, if I say you went to me. A business is started with 200 naira. 200 naira is worth billions today. You know, when he finished serving, his organ didn't settle him. He was expected to be settled, but he didn't settle him. That's why I tell you, you see, this life, nothing is bad. If they didn't settle you, it's not bad. Don't be saying, oh, see, God will bless you. It doesn't mean that you will not succeed. Because success is not about who is settled. It's about your personal will. Say, told the man that day that you see this one you give me, one day I will become a billionaire in this country. Do they see a billionaire? Yes. So many of you get it right, especially young ones. Even some of you are old. You think your problem is money. None of you here have money problem. None. Your problem is no money. You get sense? Now, by which you won't take the money do, maybe the problem, not the money. Where I'm a shoulder today was not started with money. When they had money, all the place they did fail. Hello? What did I say? When they had money, all the place they did what? Fail. But once you carry money first, when you want to do business, the business will not work. But you know, needs and want will teach you what no business school or money will not teach you. You learn to be prudent. You learn to be very wise. You learn to use things for what they are meant for. But in 2008, I decided to start my own business because I was tired. Like him, I was tired. I didn't work in one that cruise. All the ones I work, they are still there from Zenith Bank to okay. One of them closed. The one I started with, IMB, International Merchant Bank, facing Bobby, that fine building. That was the first bank. You know, they later closed. I wasn't there. But you know, I was tired. I was tired of waking up every day and going to work and coming back late, doing the same thing every day. My life was just like this that even if I am sleeping, inside my sleep, I feel moved from mainland to island. It was so bad that in a particular day, I was driving, it was at the close of work. Let me tell you how stereotyped my life was. I'm close from work, I was feeling sick, and I was driving alone. And I come around, I don't feel fine, no. Say, I'm feeling very sick and I'm alone. He said, now, why not buy pain reliever or malaria drug? I stopped by at a pharmacy. The only mistake I made was to tell the young girl that I want a medicine or don't let me sleep. You know, the only thing she hear and sleep. You don't hear, don't let me. So they gave me drug and I drank 2 tablets. And I started driving. I remember only 3 things. As soon as I left Akadeshola, I jumped somebody a little. The car in front of me. Nobody, for a strange reason, 3 soldiers. They came down, come to my door, look at my face. They left. So I see they saw that this one like say, they don't see me. You know? But I remember I came out and joined Ahmadu Bello way. That was the only thing I remember. As I speak to you today, I don't know where I passed and how I got to Adawa Estate. I don't know where I passed, but I drove, I got to my gate and I couldn't drive home. Are we together? That was how, and so people are ready, no, I am tired. This life doesn't work. There's nothing else to do. I've done the work. If I remain here, Now like this forever. Nothing else to do. It was on my bed, me and my wife we started, okay, what do we do? What skill do we have? What business can we start? It was on top of our bed. We wrote a business proposal, wrote mission and vision, wrote what we can write, choose a company name. I called a lawyer friend, please, help us check whether it's available. He check and register it for us. Intracoastal communication was my first business. He registered it. And I was like, okay, so what do we do? What is this business about? We started writing letters on top of our bed. We don't have any office. We don't have address as office. But I tell you one thing. We're writing letters to almost every company. Because my wife has a little background in media. She's a journalist. So we said, okay, let's first go to that. I said, I'm so busy. Let's go to that area. I will bring what I know. You bring what you know. You know, we started writing letters to different companies for business profiling for them. And it was on that bed we wrote all the letters we wrote. But one day, 3 different companies responded. We write letters, I'll go to what you go and drop it. Going from company to company. Collect number, who to call to follow up. It was on that bed, one evening, one of the companies responded. We're surprised. In fact, we danced like we have not danced before. And the following week, one of the companies paid us 700,000. They didn't even bother to come and see whether this company does it even exist. They didn't even have office. They don't come. They pay us 700,000 from job we never do. That 700,000 was like the biggest one I've ever seen in my life. I've seen millions before, but that check, I hold it for 2 weeks. I didn't want to send it to the bank because the money message was that this is my handwork. This will not be selling as skill. Now from my brain, I manufactured this 700,000. It was like good. I didn't want to pay it. I was telling me, won't you go and pay the check? I said no. I just like to look at the check. You mean so I can actually take something with my brain. I am paid for it. That was I decided that I was fooling myself. So if I can make money with my brain, why do I have to work for someone? Are we together? And we never look back. And here we are in real estate. You understand that everything you want in your life, God has given it to you. Some of you like to waste time. You are going to a mountain. There's no mountain in Nigeria. Going to an empty land and call it a mountain, first of all, is a lie. And you know God doesn't associate with lies. There's no mountain in Nigeria. You don't need to go to any mountain. You are a mountain yourself. Because everything, that's why they go fight for mountain, God don't give you, but you don't want to use it. You see, the biggest gift to humanity is the brain. The brain's capacity is infinite. What the brain can do, what you are able to do, what you can do, you don't get away rich. You will use it because God has given you for a purpose. And once you're an adult, when you grow to a certain extent, say you have got to your 30s or 40s, everything you need, all the money to make in this world, God has put it in your hand already. Because all the people, because how you make money is by what? By the people. So all the people you need to become a billionaire, God has made you to come across them in one way or the other. Use it. Start something that they need. And start talking to them one after the other. Or put in a place where they will see it. All the money you are finding is right there. Fire not the killer, not even fire the Holy Ghost can kill it. Whether they are bouncing tongue down, or on fire, or on speaking in tongues, so in fact those things increases poverty. Because the time you spend speaking in tongues and casting, that's when you're supposed to be working. So you become poorer. Jesus told Judas, who lost money, he was the first Igbo man in the Bible. And that thing that Jesus said is the truth. Somebody really brought out something very valuable and used it to decorate Jesus' body. Raw oil, perfume on his body. And Judas was angry. Say, for what? Why is somebody doing this kind of money? 600 million when we take share with the poor. That's like they do that, calm down. Say, what color go finish? Say, you always have the poor. You won't follow say Jesus dey wrong, and you dey right. The one is poor. Hello? But it is you that will change your own results, your story, and that of your family. And that's why you must embrace entrepreneurship. Because every good economy is solely based on entrepreneurship. And that's where we need to be in Nigeria, to start doing something. And every part of Nigeria is viable. I've tested it myself, I can confirm to you. Not only Lagos is the make money. Hello? Not waiting. Not only Lagos is the make money. You feel make money for nature. Money is there for Oka, it's there with, it's there Enugu, it's there for Asaba, it's there for Abakaliki, it's there for Uyo, it's there Calabar. Money now money. Don't be by where they make it. For Lagos here. If you do the same thing in Akwa Ibom, you will still make money. Hello? In one of my staff retreats, one of the best people I saw, we have always used people from Lagos here. What was this staff retreat? Some of the top teachers for the staff. But this year, one of the people I invited that would pay so much, she's based in Calabar. She's a customer service expert. After listening to her and review, she's even better than those in Lagos. And you know what? She's based in Calabar, spending less money on rent and everything, but she's even better than those ones. And she charges higher. Are you listening to me? Yes, sir. Because when it comes to being resilient, being hardworking and best at what you do, it's not about location. The first time I went to Enugu, I thought that the people they demonized it to be a war solo. When I got there, I see castle better pass my car. 2024 car, I feel the BPG. So I'm not being people. They are busy that because I came, and they doing me African magic. You can and you should be able to think broadly. This country is full of people who are negative. That's why they focus on negative things. But it's high time we change the word, the narrative. Mind what you talk about. Mind what you focus on. Focus on the good things that are under your control and leave the negatives. Are we together? Yes. Remember that it is what you focus on the most that happens to you. So don't be surprised when something happens to you, because that day you want to dwell on. Focus on positive things, not negative things all the time, so that you don't attract negative things. Dwell more. Not be saying you don't go know or not go remember, say things they happen. But now where you put your strength, that's what your reality manifests. All of us do not live in the same Nigeria. You see this Nigeria where they live on and you see like this, you reach there. Now the one where you like, now you live country, and I don't experience it. Now what you want, not now, this Gen Z, where some parents born, when they live for this Lagos, if you give them Canada, they will not go, because this Nigeria is the best country. Some children are being born into a car. So bad that when I was interviewing one of those children, she doesn't even believe that those things they show on TV, like a Jekula, saying that Nigeria. He said that she's not Nigeria. I said, are you serious? I said, this is they say no, it's not Nigeria. That those things they used to show. So as far as she's concerned, saying that those things they used to show continue to improve on our economics, you find out that you don't need to depend so much on the government or even care who the government is. I tell you one thing, many of you are Igbos. Most of these people, when they market, when they shop, when they have businesses, now they carry this country. Not go to school. Some of them, the money that they count, before who go to school will make the money. now then they carry the country. Once you see one person is a businessman, now you're going to carry everybody to that country. It is entrepreneurship. That's what we need to channel our children. The next generation must understand that whatever they want is right there in their hands, and they can actualize it. All of us can help them to actualize their entrepreneurship future. That was why when this young man came to my office to say this, that's the reason why I'm here. In fact, right now I'm supposed to be at another more important event. But I'm here because anything that changes the narrative of what we have now, anything that helps young people to see things differently, that is the way forward. So for all of you who are members of this association and supporting the association, don't look down on yourself. Even if it's just coming to the meetings, that is your own support. It is something in the right direction. Even if it's encouraging the child, so people keep it up, keep doing the right things. Nigeria needs you. Nigeria needs people who are open-minded, who want to see a future that we all truly desire. Because I find out one thing, we all want good for Nigeria. Complain because we expected, want it to be better. Is that not correct? So if we want things to be good, if we want Nigeria to be good, I say let's go out there and make it happen. Thank you very much.
Money on my mind. Watch you on you don't just imagine because if you want to let them go, if I live with God and I won't
Okay. You don't have to clap. Let's clap. You see, when you listen to Mr. Outright, your life will transform. I don't know why he's not a pastor. Maybe we're going to have a P1 minister, P1 Rega minister. It was about Bible. You see the way he put everything together. I've learned a lot, and that is the essence of this. Look at what he has said here. I'm looking forward to the time when we bring more entrepreneurs. He mentioned Cosmos Madoka here. I think we don't have, thank God they have that difference because one network leads to another. So by next year, by God's grace, if Jesus tarries, we are moving to a higher level, bringing more speakers to this very summit. And some of us said they don't understand what we are doing. And I believe those of you that came late, you missed because the first speaker said a whole lot of things. I said a whole lot of things. And that's why it's good to come to meetings early. When I went to his office and I sat and listening when he was having his seminar, there was a lot. And a lot of things get from under that. I wrote a lot of things down. So that is why you have to sit under the somebody's teaching so that you grow. So this is, we're just growing. This is not where we're going. This is just, we're just coming up. It's a road to that great destination. And our joy will be to see, like Dr. Novi said, to bring these entrepreneurs, these student entrepreneurs, and the entrepreneur women to tell us what they have achieved and what they have learned through this project. We're not just coming here to eat rice and drink mineral. No, our aim is to create wealth, to help you to create wealth, help money. And I know this mama, when she joined us, she went and brought her tailoring machine from home at Novice Event Center. She brought two tailoring machines, and today she had disciples, she had people, she has empowered, she has trained on how to sew clothes. I understand it. Our speaker said it's not about going to school and getting a certificate, but somebody as a mechanic or somebody doing something and is making money. The cocoa is money. I understand it. Please let us appreciate Mr. Outright. Appreciate it. If your hands are great, please.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you're getting inspired and enjoying the program. It's been awesome. I'm really inspired. You know, I just thank God that I'm listening to people who have been there, experienced, and are sharing their experiences. It's really changing my mindset. You know, just like Dr. said, I think he said something, let me say it in my own way, that your imaginative power is your creative ability. your imaginative power. I think I got that from a book by Pastor Chris. But that's what he was saying, that the mind can do so much. There's so much the mind can do. This is about the project director. The organization has been about doing good, about impacting life, and about raising people to become entrepreneurs. And in the year 2024, this year, I'm already saying the year 2024 because actually this event marks the end of our year as EEO and the beginning of another year. Please put your hands up. And so in the year 2024, we had two major projects. And the projects are the Student Entrepreneur Equip, which is the student entrepreneurs. And we had it in 2 quarters. The Student Entrepreneurs Project is basically empowering the students, that is empowering them early in life with skills that can make them have real-time business ownership. And so that we did in 2024 and in 2023 actually. We had different sessions of training of students from different schools, about 4 schools, where we trained them on different skills like fashion design, CCTV installation with implementation of smart homes. We also trained them on interior design, shoemaking, wig making, and apparel craft in 2023 and in 2024. Please put your hands together. And so in 2023, we had the training in Taniken College. That was the venue where we had the training of the Equip Student Entrepreneurs project. And we had 4 different schools in attendance, students from 4 different schools, from the classes of SS1 to SS3. We had Goshen Secondary School, Okota. Put your hands together with them. I think they are here. Goshen. Can you please stand up? Yes. So everyone there is from Goshen. Oh, I'm sorry. Goshen College Secondary School, Okota. And we also have Okota Secondary School, Okota, Lagos. Okota Secondary School, that's a government public school. Put your hands together, please. We had Taniken School, of course, which was our venue. We had Taniken students in attendance. Put your hands together for Taniken College. And then we had Brain Star Secondary School, Okota. Brain Star Secondary School. Now in the first project, the first Student Entrepreneurs Project, we had over 107 students in attendance. Yes. We trained over 107 students with different skills. And then the second session of the project, which was later on in the year, we had over 107 students too. I think about 120, right? 120 students in attendance. And some of them are already in businesses. Some are making clothes, because after that training, some of them continued with the fashion school, and they are doing very well. So we want to thank the school authorities for allowing us impact their children with skills to make them student entrepreneurs. I remember when I was a student, I started very early. I'm an entrepreneur, I started very early. When I was a student like them, I was in secondary school. I used to work with my dad. My dad owned a furniture company. So each time I was a brother, so each time I came back, I went to work with him. I was managing the showroom, and then sometimes I go to the workshop to see what they are doing, you know, and all of that. Today, I'm into interior and exterior design. I make furniture. And that's one of the things I do. So it's good to start early in life and contribute to the economy's GDP. Yes, we are not liabilities. So yeah, we are those who make things happen. Entrepreneurs are those who show up and make things happen. They reproduce themselves. And so that's what we're doing. Thank you. So without taking much of your time, I would like Mrs. Oluchi to handle the segment of the student testifiers and the projects that we're having in 2025.
Thank you so much, our project director. Thank you everyone for gracing today's occasion. Thank you for making our time to be here to make today's program a huge success. Yes, standing on the existing protocol, I would like to invite, we have two testifiers from the student equip program we carried out in the year, and we have one testifier from the women wing. So I would like to have those two from the Goshen to please come forward to let us have, okay, there are three please, can you come forward? Yes, brainy ideas to transform, you know, the economy. Like we all know, entrepreneurs are catalysts to economic development. We have heard from our seasoned speakers today. You know, I took a lot of learnings today from them, you know, that would equally help me to navigate on this platform. You know, so as many that let's have the very first testifier to let us know what he learned during the training section and what is his take about EEO. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mbeken Oka Ifeanyi. So, in 2023, I was part of the people selected to attend the EEO event, and fortunately, I've attended all EEO events till today. So, I've been opportune to learn fashion designing. Yeah, I learned fashion designing along with two other of my seniors. They have graduated now, so I'm the last one remaining. So, I learned fashion designing for a 1-week class. So during that class, we learned how to make clothes, female clothes, learned the basics of sewing, learned how to use the machine. During using the machine, I got injured, but it's still part of the process. Yeah. So that's why. And EEO, I'm grateful to them for giving me this opportunity, because I don't know what I would have done. I never even saw fashion as something I would do. But I'm doing it now. Thank you. I can make female clothes and I can make female clothes and male clothes, but I did on female clothes. I don't know why, but it's just something I used to do.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Randy Follower. EEO played a very crucial role in my life because I'm a very fashionable person and I was being taught makeup. So I really learned a lot, and hoping that when I graduate, I'll be able to have my own makeup store and kits.
So what do you have to say to EEO?
I have to tell EEO a very big thank you for everything they have been doing, and I hope to repay them back in everything.
You say to yourself, thank you.
Okay, my name is Maurice Stefano Michael. I'm in Goshen College. And I learned videography. I'm the kind of person that likes doing content because I dance. So, as I've learned videography, now I'm videoing for my church, and now I'm the head of video. And now I'm opportunity to buy my own camera. Thank you for.
Thank you. You could hear from the horses. So they've told us what they learned during the training sections. And next year we really have many more. But before we delve into the testifier from the women wing, I would like our PD, the project director, to tell us more about the women entrepreneurship.
Thank you very much. Okay, so the entrepreneur woman is actually one of our projects that focuses on making entrepreneurs of women. And we had our session this year, our projects, this year. And I want to especially thank and appreciate our Dr. Chicks, for giving us the event center, Nobis Event Center, free. A very massive event center, a very big space. Gave us everything free and also gave us drinks and food and everything. so much sir, for the support. You don't know how far it has gone. We have many women here who are not doing their own thing, yes, and contributing to the economy's GDP. So the Entrepreneur Woman is a special project. I'm very particular about this project because actually I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a woman, and if you come to my office, I think 90% of them are women, my staff. Yes, my 90% of my staff are women. And I think one of the first installers of wallpaper, I trained her. It was years back. I trained her. Already she was an engineer, she was building, but she wanted skills. So I trained her and I even made an announcement on my page. Behold our first woman installer and all of that. So that's why I'm passionate about women, because I know that when the women are empowered, there's so much they can do, there's so much vision, there's so much God has put in a woman. And that's why you see that a man succeeding, check the woman that is with that man. You know, and that's why it's very important. We are doing these things to also help our homes. We're not doing it to try and measure up to our husbands. No, we are doing it to fulfill what the Bible says. We're helpmates, so that's why we're doing what we're doing. And we thank our husbands for allowing us live out our vision. You know, it's not good for vision to die in people. Visions are not meant to be in people, you're supposed to bring it out. So we thank everyone. And the Entrepreneur Women's Project was a very successful project. You watched the video, the promo. Maybe we'll play it one more time before we close. So yeah, we empower them with different skills. Sewing and different fashion, makeup artistry. We had wig making and all of that, hair making, soap making, custard, we made custard, yes, and catering services. Yes, so thank you so much. In 2025, we're going to be doing it again, but this time bigger. In the first quarter of 2025, yes, I was going to say by the power of the Holy Ghost. Of course, God empowers us. So, in the first quarter of 2025, we are going to have an edition of the Student Entrepreneurs Project, and right in the second quarter, we're going to have an edition of the Women Entrepreneur Women's Project. Then we will have another Equip Student Project again, and then we will have another Women Entrepreneurs Project. So, because we're looking at empowering up to 200 women, and then we will empower, since we have done 400 students, over 200, we should be able to double it. So we'll be looking at 400 to 500 students for next year, in the first and the second quarter of next year. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that elaborate description of what the project is all about. So we would have to call on the testifier on that project, Madam Patience Ogwarine, to come forward and let us hear from her learnings during the project. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Patience Ogwarine. I came to say very big thank you to EEO, Elite Entrepreneur Organization. They've made me to acquire more knowledge in fashion design. That was the empowerment we did in August at Nobis. So I learned a very good handwork from my madam, which I know how to sew now. I know how to match the machine. I know how to cut clothes. The one I cut, I sewed it, and I was issued a certificate in respect of that. So I thank EEO for more of what they've done to me, and I ask God to bless them the more and more, give them much wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in Jesus' mighty name. I pray.
Yes, our facilitator wants to talk to us.
I am really very opportune to be one of the facilitators of this organization. And she's a very good student. She learns very fast. Wow. She learns very fast, and with the way she's going, she'll be able to do a lot with the skill she has acquired. Yeah, as I came in, I heard the speaker said, you should upgrade your skills. For you to establish a business, not all about money. You have to be able to have the knowledge of what you are after. Because if you don't have it at the background, if that money is given to you, it should be a waste. In no time you waste it. So when you acquire that skill, you'll be able to put the right things in place to make sure that whatever you are going to establish, it stands. And this is what EO is doing for these students. They'll be able to train a lot, and I'm really glad to be a part of this organization. Thank you so very much, EO.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. We appreciate all the testifiers. Now moving on to the project we have for 2025. Our PD, the project director, has told us what we have for the first quarter, the second quarter. Now we are into the fundraising section. Fundraising section. I will tell you for free that most of these projects that we executed during the year were done from our own pockets. You know, most of us had to contribute to make it happen. And because we are not limiting our scope, we want to expand our scope. Next year, look at the number of people we impacted in the year. We hope to double it, even triple it coming 2025. And that is why we solicit for the support of everyone here. If you don't have the money to give your prayers, we could go a long way to bring those people that will now support us financially. And if you can support, whichever way, impacting lives matters a lot. You heard our speaker, one of our speakers, talking about how you replicate yourself, the impact you make, and your little way just support this organization. We are keenly focused on empowering people, and we believe that when you're empowered, you will have the right skill, you'll be able to position yourself to create wealth. So, looking forward to the program for next year. In fact, the very first one is that we need a secretariat. We talked about the learning annex. You heard some of them, they said 1 week, 2 weeks program, because we don't really have an annex where they can come in freely, register and start learning. So the very first thing, on our radar is a learning annex. And that's, I don't know who will be led, whoever that is led, to give us support, to achieving that. We are looking at 2-bedroom flats. You can cost it and support us in that regard. Then the very first project for the first quarter, student entrepreneurship. On this project we are looking at, we just put it at 3 million naira. It's the very least, just for us to be very, very conservative. So we are looking at the student entrepreneurship training in skills. The various skills we are looking at is fashion, digital, machine learning, for this digital marketing, yes. The machine learning, and that's the way the world is going today. Machine learning, so the robotic and so on you are hearing about. So we want to focus on that. Graphic designs, content creation, interior design, CCTV installation, shoe making, wig making, a whole lot. They are endless. So even agriculture. We'll go into that. So these are the programs for the student next year, and we put it at 3 million, and we are soliciting for support in that regard. Then the second quarter of next year, we delve to the women program. That will be the entrepreneur women project. So they need the areas we'll be looking at, almost replicating what we are doing for the students, the fashion designing, the catering, the soap making, the makeup artistry, and so on. So, and on that budget, we are looking at 2 million. We are looking at least equipping 200 women. So please, that's just the minimum. Then the secretariat, where we have their offices, learning. So there are some learning tools. If you don't give us in cash, you can give us, by way of the equipment that we need. You can provide us with the learning tools, sewing machine, laptops, the startup, makeup startup packs, all of those tools, that would aid them in learning fast and also achieving within a short while, because sometimes when you are learning and you don't have the necessary tools, you won't be able to progress further. So, having said that, I don't know if you want to indicate, I don't know, you can give us a sign We come to you, give you paper, you write what you want to support us with, or you can even reach out to us. Can we have the sponsorship director? She's upstanding, that's King Obi. So you can reach out to her. She is the sponsorship director. So, and let's have what you want to support us with. Thank you so much. Sponsorship director, I don't know if you have 1 or 2 words to.
Thank you, everyone. I just love when she said King Obi. I was anyway, my name is Chief Obi. I'm a chief. I want to thank our speakers. I want to thank Doctor. Doctor, thank you so much for your support. Thank you, sir. God bless you. So like my colleagues just said, you know, we can't do this without money. So we are calling for your support, no matter how little, you know, call for your support. So you can just, you know, reach us with this number, the sponsorship director. My number is 08060111031, or we can give you okay. So then we can give you our EO account. If you can put it on the screen, you can pay direct to the EO account, and once you pay, you can, you know, inform us, because it's not, some of us, it's not what we can just say on the spot. So anyhow you are led, no matter how small, please, because our next year project, which is the project they just outlined, we want to, you know, achieve it and even, you know, do much more. So we would like to thank you in advance, because we know that this project will be achieved come next year. Thank you so much.
What I will talk here from now to tomorrow, and I may not get it. The woman can talk 2 minutes, it will drop. Are you getting it? We thank God for that. And more so, please, let's pay attention. Waste. I want some more. And we will not fail to appreciate those that have supported us. And Dr. Novice is here, is our patron, so his support is every day. And Dr. Chooks, the MD Piwarega, is outstanding for us this year. Without him, all that we are seeing here might not be possible. We appreciate that, sir. God bless you. Please put your hands together for him. So we are looking at the secretariat where we'll be able to coordinate our activities and train people the more. That is what is very, very important to us, because like I said earlier on, our patron, Dr. Novice, his office has been our office, it has been our workshop, everything. And it doesn't end there. At each time we are having project there, immensely, and I pray that God will continue to replenish you in all ramifications in Jesus' name. Mr. Alfred, God bless you, and God bless you. We appreciate you so much, sir. And like I said, the Oliver Twist spirit, I want some more. So we are looking at this secretariat, and I believe that today is going to happen. I am optimistic. I'm faithful. I know that God will do it for us, so that we'll be able to even reach out to people, foreign collaborators, and affiliate with some entrepreneurship organizations. We need somewhere to sit down to do this, so that we'll be able to, because the 4 ways we are empowered to, you know, sponsor our project as a non-profit organization is 1, subscription. That's why you need to register. Your 5,000 can go a long way. Register as a member of this organization. That is subscription. Then we can take loans, donations, and grants from organizations, government, and all that. And we cannot be writing for grants from the air. We need to settle down, sit down somewhere and organize it. That's why the secretariat is prominently important. Thank you so much, and God bless us. So I think we're going to eat your food, but I think our speakers so very soon will be leaving. So we should go into the award proper while the food is going on. We want to appreciate them with an award, and that is in different categories. So that's going to happen in the next 10-15 minutes, and we are good. The next is party, and some other things we need to do. While we are eating, we need to let us know about business opportunities. Some of us that are here around and we do real estate network marketing. And in this platform, we recruit people. If you are interested in what we are doing, is a way of putting food on your table or another stream of income. So you can register with us at the P1 group, and then you'll be able to market properties in our over 65 or 70. We have about 5 entry points. One is 5K, another one is 55K, 75K, and about 200 and something thousand naira. Then you'll be able to market property and make 15% commission. Property of 100 million, imagine what 15% can do for you. You say 20 million, imagine what 15% of 20 million can do for you. So that's how we empower people also. It's not only by skill acquisition, we let you know about this business opportunity, and if you're ready and if you are willing, you are here today to subscribe, I believe that your life will be transformed. And if you're ready and you're willing, don't be afraid about registration. You will be registered, but indicate your interest in this business opportunity. It's something that transformed my life. When I came back from abroad and came out from prison, I had no job. I had no job. It was this business, and in those days it was 1,200 and 1,650. I used to register, but today I am making money. I sold my first 4 plots in P1 homes and made commission of 15%. Are you getting it? So this is an opportunity that can transform your life overnight. So 5,000 naira is not enough for shawarma now, no be so? It's not enough for shawarma these days, but it's something that you use it to open business for yourself. So if I was waiting to open a business, please let's pay attention here. If I was waiting to open a business, I require maybe millions and thereabout, but only 1,200. But now that 1,650 is 5,000 now. Look at the entry points. The associate PBO, that's the P1 business owner, is 5,000 naira. Then the gold PBO is 55,000. Then the classic gold PBO is 75,000, and that's the best package for you. Why? That's when you begin your home ownership scheme. That is, if you want to have a property in this company or property of your own, you pay gradually every month. About 5 years, you reach up to 1.5 million thereabout, and the company can support you to own your own property any way you want it in Nigeria. Are you getting it? That is why we are standing. That's why we are special, and I'm bringing this opportunity so that you can leverage on it and overcome what? Poverty. So while you are doing your hair, you are doing your fashion, you can also look for those your guys, those on where then you tell them about this opportunity. Say, please buy land, and once they buy the land, then you have 15%. Another business we do is what we call buy to sell. And if you have money in the bank that is dormant there and bank is not giving you interest, we give you 30% every year. And sometimes we do promo if it comes 50%. Assuming you put 1 million naira with us in buy to sell, then we give you 30%, which is 1.3 million. So which bank will give you that kind of interest? And reach out to your friends all over the world. Are you understanding it?
This is an award to Geoffrey Chooks Bernard. I read. Geoffrey Chooks Bernard is a distinguished Nigerian banker turned real estate guru. He is currently the managing director of P1 Rega Properties Limited, a renowned real estate company in the heart of Lagos, Nigeria. The position he occupies in the company has further brought him to the limelight as one of the best affiliate companies in the P1 group, a leading real estate and network marketing company in Africa. He was also the renowned convener and headed the African Pillars of Development Committee, the International Business Star Quality Awards, and the African Outstanding Award of Excellence Committee, held in various parts of Africa and beyond. He has won several awards for his excellence in business. humanity and leadership roles. Among others, he was conferred with the African Outstanding Leadership Award of Excellence in 2009 in Accra, Ghana, the African Star Quality Award for Excellence in Leadership in 2012 in Lagos, Nigeria by the Aspire West African Magazine, and the African Pillars of Development Award in USA in 2014 for his role in leading a team of West African intellectuals and innovators in the development of a new roadmap for effective business integration across West Africa sub-region. He is the founder of the West African Nobles and Top Entrepreneurs Forum, OneTEF, a group of noble West African with the aim of entrenching honesty and transparency in business across the West African sub-region and Africa at large. What is more, he is happily married to Joyce Nkechi Benas and is blessed with 2 lovely children. At this point, can we clap now or do all this politics? At this point, the Elite Entrepreneur Organization hereby present the award for Excellent Elite Man of the Year in Real Estate Industry.
Thank you, sir. We hereby present this award of the Excellent Elite Man of the Year in Real Estate Industry. Thank you, sir.
Let me use the opportunity to thank the Elite Entrepreneurs Organization for this award and recognition. Thank you so much, and thank you for the event you've organized today. Let me also state that I like what you are doing, and I would say you should keep it up. Keep it up, keep going, and do not give up. NGOs are not easy to run because, like one of you said here, you might have to fund it from your pocket, but that is just the starting point. So do not give up, keep doing it. It's your contribution to humanity. And I see that you also have a lot of program lined up for 2025. That is very laudable. So make sure that you're able to do as much as you can. Let me also say that I like the women what you call women empowerment. Okay, it's good. Well, don't do business because you're a woman. Do business because you want to do it, and you can, because whether you are a man or a woman, you can actually do business. But it's good that people have a way of supporting women. But both men and women need support. The men need support too. Okay, so if it's possible to also have empowerment for men, especially young men, it will also be a good thing for you to consider. The reason why I'm saying that is because I'm well traveled within Nigeria, especially. The reason why most of the young men are going into crime, unknown government and all of that is because they are idle, they are unemployed, and they are poor. So let's stop the rhetoric of thinking that it's only children and women that need help. This generation now, everyone, even the young men, need direction. Once they are well engaged and they are developed in the population, they will not go into crime. Nobody will lure them into crime so easily. So all this empowerment, all these programs, whether it is baking or it is soap making, the men need it too. So in 2025, people need to find a way to organize the same program for young men, even if they are elderly men and they want to use it to themselves. Let them also attend the empowerment. The truth is that as we empower our generation, whether they be men or women, we are solving a major problem that will turn Nigeria into the country that all of us want. And I also want to commend people for the children program, so keep doing it. Let me encourage with a few words that aside from issuing certificate to those who participate in your workshop, as an NGO, I will suggest that it is possible, I know it is possible, the manager and you people, go to the Nigerian Trade Test Organization and register, so that whoever passes your program, you issue them a trade test certificate. They'll get it from the government. That's a better certificate. That's something that can help them to stand their ground as they learn. And most importantly, that gives you credibility from the government, because if the government recognize what you are doing as an empowerment NGO, it will give you more credibility and it will be easier to get support. Because when you train these ones, you present them and they will give them trade test certificate. They have a very functional portal, the Nigerian Trade Test Certificate by the government. You can register there, let them know you can visit their office. I don't know where their office is in Lagos, but I know their office in Abuja. Or you can find out the likely office here in Lagos. Go and register as an organization who are into all of this. You have evidence to show what you are doing, so that when your members or those who are do this training with you, they will be issued that trade test certificate, which they can use anywhere in the world to back the skill that they have. And I would also like to suggest also that the 2 weeks empowerment program, I do not think you need 2-bedroom flat to do that. I think that is too small. If it is possible, instead, why not people focus on getting like a hall where you can pay for 2 weeks, or you can make an arrangement if you present your project on time to the owners. If it's 3 hours per day, you can do that. They might be able to give you some discount because you are an NGO, and that may go a long way to having more people, to being more conducive and also helping. And lastly, I also suggest, because an office is expensive and might be resources consuming as an NGO, it is possible that one of you who have an office, even if it's a shop, can give you that place as a registered place, such that when you have your signboard there or your banner, even people from the Ministry of are dropping letters, you use that for your correspondence, they can drop letters there. Say the person is a member, he's always there to receive whoever comes in or anything. That will be enough, so that as you grow, the idea is to control your liabilities and expenses until sufficient growth and extent where you can have a complex of your own or a big office. So those are just my suggestions. And before I drop the microphone, I want to say that at this point, I pledge to support your programs for 2025. When you have these programs, whether it be in the school children or the women program, you can let me know. I will be able to do whatever I can to ensure that you will have a very good program for 2025. But I've also requested, let me state my condition. I've also requested that it's not only women that need empowerment. Me, I'm pro-humanity. We have a lot of youth, young men especially, who are doing nothing. And they are the most dangerous. They are the most dangerous. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Please, if a young man knows that they can learn sewing or catering and can be set up no matter how small or assisted, once they are fully engaged, they won't think about going into crime. So your program, as you progress, should be all-encompassing. God bless you.
Put your hands together, please. Put your hands together. That shows that we are making progress. And now, let's take the second award, and that is in the person of Dr. Chuks Egunobi. Wow. Please. Chooks is the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, MD CEO of Filbert Consult Limited, and the Managing Partner of Chukuma Ekunobi and Co. Chartered Accountants. He has over 25 years experience spanning across banking, capital markets, insurance, and telecom support. He has risen to enviable levels. We have selected him as the Elite Entrepreneur of the Year. And I want us to put our hands together, please. The EEO Elite Entrepreneur of the Year Award. On behalf of Elite Entrepreneurs Organization as the Elite Entrepreneur of the Year. Put your hands together.
Say a few words of encouragement. First, I would have loved to thank the guest speaker for what he's been able to do today, and that is simply because I'm an insider. We are all together. It's external, but I've thanked him before he left. Okay? Following from what he has said, the program of 2025, let's try to begin to inculcate the empowerment of the men, youth, women, and men. And also for what he has said, the 3-bedroom flat or 2-bedroom, I don't know the time frame that you are looking at, but I think if it has to do with maybe 2 weeks, depending on when you are starting it, we can try to see how we can use one of the halls in Nobi so that
okay, the next on the line is one outstanding member of the House of Representatives in the person of Honorable Barrister Okejo Onoakalusi. That is LUP. Is it not so? Okay, please. He's not here in person, but a representative is here to collect the award on his behalf. And before then, let us reel out what he has done, because there must be a qualification for you to receive an award. They don't excel for market. Okay. He's a distinguished lawyer and member of the House of Representatives. Empowerment project that he has executed. 1. Training and empowerment of fishery and animal husbandry, powered by the Cocoa Research Institute of Nigeria, with 50 persons receiving 100,000 each. That's what he has done as an empowerment. Put your hands together. Secondly, training and empowerment of 50 youths on laptop and phone repairs, with each receiving tools and 50,000 naira cash. Training and empowerment of 75 women on soap making, bleach and Vaseline production, with materials and a 30,000 naira cash transfer. Now, it's plenty here, but let me look at the education aspect of it. Sponsorship of 300 youths for JAMB registration free of charge. Construction of 2 classrooms and 1 office for teachers at Belei Primary School, Ishaga, Tedo, ongoing. Construction of 6 classrooms at Okafa Junior Secondary School, Jakonde Estate, Ejibo. Distribution of 90 desks, 5,000 exercise books and pencils to schools in Oshodi, Isolo, Constituency 2. And today we are presenting this award for excellent performance in project execution and empowerment for wealth creation. Put your hands together. Okay, so that's a good one. I spoke with him and I thought he would be here in person.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I want to thank first the organizers of this program. Then secondly, I want to thank Honorable Kejo Onoakalusi, member representing Oshodi Solo Constituency 2 in the Federal House of Rep, for the numerous empowerment. He's so passionate about empowerment. There are so many empowerment programs he has held that he didn't read. But because of time, to save time, I just want to say thank you so much.
Yeah, there are numerous.
When you get there,
Tell him that we have recognized and appreciated him. That he made notice. And we say we are going to formally write him. So he can intervene in our own 2025 empowerment program. Especially. You heard me? Alright, thank you very much.
Entrepreneurship, and she is the MD CEO SA Explicit Solutions Limited, co-founder SA Explicit Photos and MD Wallpaper World, Lagos, Nigeria. An entrepreneur, shifter, a graduate of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, and a certified interior and exterior designer, a facilitator with Airplay Metaverse, a certified, she's married with a beautiful daughter. She is our own project director, and that daughter, we call her Gold. Ola, put your hand together. That's our own person. That's our project director, outstanding. That's the award for outstanding EEO member of the year 2024. Put your hands together as we. She's receiving this award, Dr. Adeze Onyabo.
All of us now one now. Now we see they na pampi. So I don't speak about I So I'm receiving this award on her behalf. So I'll say thank you to EEO for this award. Thank you.
All right, introduce the business opportunity. If you're interested, please let me know.
Have all of them disappeared? EEO. Yes, I think we're getting to the end of the whole exercise. We must standing before you as the chairman of the summit committee to give my vote of thanks. First of all, I would appreciate God for making it possible, today. At the beginning, it seems as if it won't work. But at the end, for us to know that we are serving God, and for us to know that we're humanity, then it came to pass. And today, we are appreciating God for that, and also using the opportunity to appreciate all our guests, the lecturers that we have today, their inputs, all our sponsors for this program, and as you know, it is NGO. And as we are doing this one, by next year, we are doing another one. And I want to appeal to our sponsors this year that they must leave their door open for us, because we'll come knocking next year for the same purpose. And I believe God will see us through in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. I pray that as we are going home, the way we came, we go home better. At least we have gotten something to share at home. At least it is a good thing for us to share together. At least, of course, you are coming here today, we cannot be a waste. We thank God, and as we are going, there will be no problem on the way, and there will be no long stories in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for being our guests. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. I think as we are enjoying the intermittent dancing and drumming, then the music should be on until the last person leaves this place. Please, so carry on.